Hello friends, Intuitive Rene here, bringing you another look at a new deck in my collection, and this is the Tarot of the Mystical Moments. You can see the creator's name over here. I'm not going to try and say it. I'm petrified of butchering people's names, but this deck is just absolutely amazing. I ordered off Amazon and paid the exorbitant shipping costs to get it to me here in South Africa because none of our local suppliers could get the deck. It's been such a popular deck, and I think everybody's been ordering and buying, and it is really, really amazing. I am thrilled with it. So I'm going to take you through a walkthrough and show you all the gorgeous cards. The box itself is a two-part box that pulls open. I love the imagery on all of the sides. It is just absolutely, it's like each side and each angle is like another world. And the back of the box, you can pause and read if you want to, but it really is just an absolutely awesome deck. The little guidebook that you get with it, just to show you the guidebook, really pretty as well. It's quite a decent size guidebook. It's quite a thick one. I love the backs of it, absolutely stunning. Inside the guidebook, you don't get any images, but you do get a little bit of information around the card itself, you know, the story behind the card, and you get the upright and the reversed meanings of it. So this deck does have a few extra cards in it. I will show you now as we go through. The card stock themselves, they are quite shiny. They do have the silver edging onto them. That's the back of the cards. Really, really pretty and completely reversible. I love the subtlety of it. I really do. I think the backs are really pretty. And it is quite a thick, chunky deck. The card stock is quite glossy. It is quite glossy, and you can see quite slippery. But really is absolutely awesome. So you do get an extra card with it here as well, which is Tarot of the Mystical Moments. Katrine creates her distinctive collage art by drawing from her intuition and her imagination, integrating her own personal stories with a feminine point of view. She originally made the Tarot of the Mystical Moments with mostly female archetypes, including the 5 cards that are typically male, Emperor and 4 Kings. So she later made male versions of the same cards to allow the reader to decide which rendition to work with. So thus, the 83 card Tarot of the Mystical Moments deck offers 5 bonus cards, which the readers may choose to include or to remove. You may also customize your readings by adding in the cards from the Oracle of the Mystical Moments for further insights. And then that's got just the back of the card as well. So immediately you know that this particular deck, when she created all 78 cards of the tarot, it had a very feminine feel about it. And then she decided, you know what, we tarot does need to have a balance of male and female. So the kings, there are 2 kings for each suit, and the emperor card, as you'll see, has 2 cards that you can choose from. So let's have a closer look at the cards themselves. Right, I've zoomed in a little bit to make it a bit easier for you to see the gorgeous graphics. So we start off with the full card. I love how we have this crocodile, and she's sort of standing on the crocodile's tail. She doesn't even realize. She thinks she's just walking a path, and she doesn't realize what's coming up for her. So, you know, she is just so focused on the pretty flowers and so focused on her bird, really not too sure of where she's heading. So definitely embarking on an interesting adventure. The next card we have is the beautiful Magician, and that's the same image that we have on the guidebook. And I love how we have this hand that's holding the hat, and we have everything inside the hat and her little wand, everything there, just absolutely exquisite. I love the fields in the background. We have this beautiful high priestess. I love the artwork here of how the boat or the ship is, you know, the ocean is her dress, but we've got the curtains and she's sort of stepping through the veil, stepping through the curtains. The transparency, the high priestess, that inner knowing, how the moon and the clouds, you know, are they in front, are they behind? I love the way that she's put this together. Then we have our beautiful empress, and look at the baby that we have in her lap as such. You know, certainly if it was a bit higher, you could definitely say reflecting the womb, but where it is now, maybe not so much reflecting the womb. But look at the blossoming, the blossoms, how everything's coming into bloom, and that again speaks so beautifully for the Empress card. So here we have Emperor card number 1. So as I said, she's created 2 Emperor cards. She's created a masculine and a feminine version of them. And this is obviously clearly the masculine version of the Emperor card, which I really do enjoy. I love his moustache. I really do. And I love that he's got his whole kingdom as his crown. I think that's absolutely gorgeous. And this is the feminine version of the Emperor card. So still quite masculine, still very much in control, still very much, the leader of the pack, if I can put it that way. Let's move that one out the way so that you can focus on that one. So, really is still a truly stunning, stunning, stunning card. My preference is the moustache. My preference is the moustache and not this one. But I do love, and I love the way that she's depicted it. I mean, it's certainly not overly feminine. It's certainly not overly masculine, but it really is just absolutely awesome. Then we have the Hierophant card. Really one of my favorites in the deck. I love the owl, the book, and how she's sitting and listening, the full moon in the background, just everything about it. Absolutely, definitely fairy tale, definitely story there. And also learning and understanding and growth and all of those kind of energies that I pick up with that card. Oh, the bluebird, the lovers, isn't it gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. A chariot with the snail and the wheels, and how the snail's back represents her hairdo. We can see that we're moving towards the castle in the background, so there's definitely progress and movement taking place. The Strength card is such an interesting one because that lion looks almost sad and mournful, and she looks like she's cat-like herself, and she's taken on the properties or the the cat-like or the lion-like. I love the fact that she's barefoot. Look at her tail that's coming through there, or is that the lion's tail? I think that's hers. So she definitely has these kitty cat qualities about her as she nurtures. It's almost like she's nurturing the lion because the lion really looks sad. And then we have this gorgeous hermit card. So here we have the mermaid sitting at the top of the tower. She's got a little fishing rod in her hand. Top of the world, completely alone and completely isolated, fending for herself and taking care of herself. Beautiful Wheel of Fortune. I love all the cogs and how they all lead right from ground level and lead right up to heart center. Love that. Justice. She's sitting up high so that she can see over her dominion, see over her place, over her people, over her situations. She's ready to yield her results. She's ready to handle things as they need to be handled. And then we have the beautiful Hanged Man hanging upside down. All the birds very curious and coming close and saying, what's going on, what's going on, what's going on. We have the Zip, and we can see that when we look at things from a different perspective, there's a whole different world out there, isn't there? That Death card. Again, it's a death card that doesn't scare. And I know most people are petrified of the death card, but this one, it's beautiful. The transparency, the fact that we can see through. It starts off here where the flowers and everything looks like it's part of her dress. But then when you get to the top here, you wonder, well, what's real and what's not real? Is she, because it looks like she's got her fingers going through. So is her skin, the clothing, and the rest of this just who she really is? And obviously we've got the lilies. Absolutely stunning. Beautiful artwork. Temperance, I love that. Just absolutely gorgeous. That Devil card just it speaks to my sense of humor. It speaks to my sense of I don't know what. I mean, so she is the mushroom. We have the spider webs. She is the spider. She is the mushroom. She is the spider. We've also got the cherries of luck. We've got the cherries of temptation. We've got, all of these. I really do appreciate and enjoy the artwork on this particular card. And out of all the tower cards I've ever seen in life, and I've seen a few, this one is by far one of my absolute favorites. The fact that she's embracing the collapsing tower, and not in a sense of panic, not in a sense of, you know, a panic or fear in any way. She's just lovingly embracing it. So she's embracing it, even though it's collapsing, even though it's breaking, even though it's no longer what it used to be, even though it's in this state of complete, you know, destruction and all the rest of it. She is, and the fact that she's naked, the fact that she is, you know, so she is loving the change that's coming, the she's embracing it. I just think it is so powerful, absolutely so powerful. And then we have the beautiful star card. Yeah, facing our fears, trusting our intuition. Beautiful. Sun card is gorgeous. With our bluebird again. Judgment card, you know, can that trumpet get any bigger? But if everybody's going to hear her, she needs to blow. And I love how we've got all the sparkles coming out of the trumpet. Stunning, stunning, stunning. And then that world card, I love her dress and how she's got different versions of the world that she's holding on to. So, you know, it really is just stunning. So that's the major arcana cards. Now we move on to the minors and starting with the suit of cups. So what she's done as well with this particular deck, so normally in traditional tarot, being the Ace of Cups, you would have a single cup depicted. And then when we do the Two of Cups, you would, in the imagery, you would see two cups depicted. But what she's done now, she hasn't stuck to the element. In other words, she hasn't stuck to the object. So we have a single thing. It happens to be a cup in this particular instance. But you can see now, we don't have any cups for the Two of Cups, but there are two objects of what represents cups. So two people representing love, representing companionship, representing partnership. I love the yin and the yang, the white and the black in the background. I love the entwined flowers, petals, and how they are, you know, they're both involved, both connected. So that's the Two of Cups. So again, we don't have a cup, but we have got three people, which represents. And look how, again, how intertwined and connected they are. And I love how they're all wearing the same shoes. Different dresses, but the same shoes. Beautiful. We have the Four of Cups. So even though, again, we don't have the four cups, but we can very clearly see the message of the card. So it does definitely follow Rider-Waite-Smith. It's the Five of Cups, and there are the five flowers. Isn't that beautiful, that Six of Cups? You know, she's just lying there reminiscing, but she's almost like she's reimagining or re-experiencing the memory. Beautiful Seven of Cups. Magical Eight of Cups. I love it. Nine of Cups. And again, one of the most exquisite Ten of Cup cards I have seen in a very long time. Absolutely love it. You know, it just, the depth, no pun intended. And then we get the page. We do have the traditional fish in the cup for our Page of Cups. And I love the flowers on her dress. We have our Knight of Cups, who has taken someone's heart and is using it as a guitar or using it as a musical instrument. So playing with somebody's heartstrings. I just love the irony. I love it. And we have our beautiful Queen of Cups, nurturing, loving. And then we have the first of our King of Cups. So the first card, and again, this depiction, this imagery is just exquisite for the King of Cups. I really do enjoy it. But obviously you can see it's very feminine. So she did create a masculine version. So you can see that there are, let's do it like that so that you can see them together. There are some similarities between the two. Okay, so you can definitely see, you know, the transparency of the ship, the ocean, the waters, you know, all of those kind of things. So there's definitely, I do love this one, but I want my masculine, I want my king. So as much as I absolutely adore this one, my choice is to keep this one in the deck and not that one. And now we're on to the suit of wands. We have the Ace of Wands, the book, the big flower. How gorgeous that is. Two of Wands. Three of Wands. Look at her hair, how, you know, she is the ocean, she is the mountain, she is the dress, you know, she's holding the ship. There's just so much going on here. Absolutely exquisite. Love, love, love. Four of Wands. Again, beautiful card. The six. We have the seven. I'd love to do that. She makes it look so fun. Nine of Wands, and I love how on the Nine of Wands we have all these injuries or scars or whatever it is on her clothing, but it is a sign of you know what's going on. The thorns have certainly ravaged and cut through and damaged. Ten of Wands, she's picking flowers, but the burden is still there. Beautiful. And we have a Page of Wands. I love it. Such an awesome, awesome card. As with our Knight of Wands. Beautiful. Oh, I love it. And of course, sunflowers are my favorite. And here we have our feminine King of Wands. And we have the masculine King of Fire, King of Wands. So again, you can see the feminine and the masculine. It's almost like the coloring in the background is quite the same, but he's more orange. He doesn't have that kind of red. Again, I love, love, love the feminine, the female King of Wands, but I'm a traditionalist. I think if it follows the Rider-Waite Smith, I want to see my masculine king. So that's the King of Wands. Onto the Suit of Swords. I always enjoy that spiral of life that we have with the mind, that we see often with the Swords suit. I love that, and the fact that she's holding this huge big key. How cute and funky is that Two of Swords? Love it. And that Three of Swords too. Very powerful, very emotional. Four of Swords, she's taking her rest, meditating and contemplating. Our Five of Swords. As she's nurturing and holding on to those eggs. She's defending, protecting and defending. Love that one. Absolutely love that one. The Nightmare, all those eyes. Everybody's looking at you. And the 10. Gorgeous. The Page, he definitely is the scholar, isn't he just? Wishing and hoping with his dandelion. Our Knight, I love the newspaper print dress. I love how she is flying a feather. Our Queen of Swords. And again, for the king, that's the feminine Queen of Swords. And I just adore how she has her needle and she has thread her needle and she's ready now to repair or to weave or to or create or whatever it is. And there is our king. Isn't he? Let's just put them side by side. Isn't our king just absolutely gorgeous? Again, he's my favorite. I love this. I love what it depicts and shows. But honestly, I prefer the masculine. And to me, he's not all that masculine, you know, but he's got the perfect balance of masculine in the Swords suit. So I do enjoy him. And our last suit that we're into is the Suit of Pentacles. So here she sits with her plant coming through, but you can actually clearly see the route that it's taken or the journey that it's taken, and I quite enjoy that symbolism. We have the Two of Pentacles, balancing, Three of Pentacles, gorgeous card. Four, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. This one was fascinating for me. The fact that she's sitting on top of the tree. She's got a big piece of fruit of hers that's, you know, cut in half, and she's, you know, taking what she can from it. I love that. And that one, oh, I loved it. It's almost like she's hugging the butterfly as she creates it and paints it and makes it more beautiful. And the 9, those earrings are just to die for. Oops, I can't pick it up. The 10, I think he is gorgeous. I think he is absolutely amazing. That beard and the fact that he's sitting on the tree with all the rings shows age and wisdom and, you know, longevity and all of that. And then there's another whole world happening inside of it. Absolutely stunning. And our page, all young and naive and innocent. How beautiful is that horse? And our queen. And our feminine king. And let's put the two next to each other. I loved this one. I loved how, you know, there he stands on top of the elk, on top of the deer, really in control and really, you know, on top of everything. I thought that was absolutely amazing. So friends, that's the walkthrough of the wonderful, the amazing, the fabulous Tarot of the Mystical Moments. It really is an exquisite deck. I have actually used it quite a lot in the last couple of days, and it reads so well. It's definitely worth getting if it is something that appeals to you. The art style, I love it because it just, it's not standard, it's not typical, but it's close enough to make it easy to read with. But at the same time, there's so much going on in the artwork. There's so much that triggers you and guides you and prompts you. And I think that's really the beauty of the deck, is the actual artwork itself. So I do hope you've enjoyed the walkthrough. Sending you all lots of love and blessings until we connect again.